Hello and welcome to this week's TAL Update. I'm Dr. Joe Poyman, Executive Director of Texas Alliance for Life. This past Saturday, September 26th, was a momentous occasion. President Donald J. Trump nominated Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the United States Supreme Court to fill the vacancy left by the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This action is another example of our president keeping his promise to the American people to appoint conservative judges to fill the courts at every level. We at Texas Alliance for Life are delighted that the president has nominated Judge Amy Coney Barrett. We believe that, if confirmed, she will be willing to take a fresh look at Roe v. Wade, which is long overdue. Here are a few interesting facts about Amy Coney Barrett. If confirmed, she would become the 5th woman to serve as a Supreme Court justice and the first to do so with school-aged children, of which she and her husband Jesse have 7. 2 are adopted from Haiti. Their youngest child was diagnosed prenatally with Down syndrome, and they chose to give birth to the baby. As a mother of the child with special needs, we believe she fully understands the issues and concerns that confront the most vulnerable in our nation's population. Amy Coney Barrett graduated first in her class from the University of Notre Dame Law School, summa cum laude. She later clerked for Judge Lawrence Silberman on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit and for Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. Barrett briefly practiced law in D.C. before returning to Notre Dame to teach federal courts, constitutional law, and statutory interpretation. She became a professor of law at the school in 2010. Barrett twice received a Distinguished Professor of the Year award in 2010 and then again in 2016. For the last 3 years, Amy Coney Barrett has served as a judge on the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals after being confirmed in the United States Senate by a vote of 55 to 43. While those of us in the pro-life community are excited about the prospect of such a strong female judicial replacement for Justice Ginsburg's seat, many on the left are seething over her nomination. So-called left-leaning feminists are hypocritically attacking her for being a mom, asking how she can take care of her kids and successfully fulfill her duties as a Supreme Court justice. During her acceptance speech at the White House, she gave great credit to her husband, and I think that is part of the answer. Others are already looking at potentially changing the makeup of the court if Barrett is confirmed, to make room for more liberal justices. If you watched the debate this week, you saw that former Vice President Joe Biden refused to answer Chris Wallace's question about whether Biden would pack the Supreme Court if Amy Coney Barrett is confirmed and he was elected president. It is unfortunate that these pro-abortion extremists are willing to go to such great lengths in their refusal to recognize the sanctity of human life before birth and the right of states and the Congress to protect that life from abortion. The Senate is expected to begin confirmation hearings on October 12th. Texas Alliance for Life will continue to follow this process closely and update you as it develops. Some of you may begin receiving your mailed ballots soon for the general election, and early voting in person begins on October 13th. Remember to visit prolifevoterguide.org and find endorsed pro-life candidates in your area of Texas and where your voting locations are. That's prolifevoterguide.org. Thanks for tuning in to this week's TAL Update. I hope to see you again next week.